Today we are doing affirmation jars, long anticipated, I'm sure. So these are the sort of thing that you do for somebody when it's the thought that counts. We say that a lot, but most of the time when we say that, we're really giving somebody something we haven't really put much thought into, and that's sort of a throwaway and not the best gift. So in this case, whether you have a lot of money or a little money, you can really give somebody something that means something, that comes from the heart, something that hopefully will lift them up and make them feel better on a day they may not be feeling great. Affirmation jars are basically jars full of little slips of paper that say wonderful things about them, how you feel about them, things that remind them of what great people they are. They're good gifts for holidays. They're great gifts for Mother's Day. They're great gifts for Father's Day. Going away gifts, if you have somebody who maybe is going away to college, something to remind them that mom's thinking of them. Or something you can give to mom if you're going away so that she can remember how much you love her each and every day. But they're pretty much something you can give to somebody anytime. They're great for people who may have some self-esteem or depression issues. They're things that you can make for yourself if you have a hard time remembering on certain days that you're a great person and that there are a million wonderful things about you. So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this mason jar to fill with wonderful affirmations for somebody that we care about. So you can do this with fabric. You've seen mason jars decorated a million different ways. We are going to do it with ribbon. So I like to do these with remnants, with things that I have left over. So this is something that I used on a wreath earlier. That's what makes this so cost effective, is because you're really doing this with just odds and ends and bits and bobs that you have left over. It literally can cost you, if you figure it in a practical way, next to nothing, because again, there are things that you have left over that you would have used for other things. So to measure it, you're just going to lay out your ribbon and roll your jar along where it comes together. If you want to get it really nice and neat, you can overlap it and then, put a little fold in it and then glue it. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do it really quickly. You can use E6000 glue. You can use pretty much any craft glue. I'm going to use hot glue because it's fast and efficient. I'm on a short leash with my hot glue today because somebody appropriated my plug. What's those things called? What are those plugs called?
Extension cord.
Extension cords, thank you. So, you're just going to put the hot glue, put it over there. Run a little bead maybe in the top of the middle so it doesn't slide down. Keep going, and then where it meets, you'll run another bead of glue. You're going to make sure that it meets in the middle at the very least. Oh, look at me. Oh, so professional. But I'm not professional. I craft while I drink wine. There's nothing professional about me. Okay, so because this is open, I don't want to touch where the hot glue is, so I'm going to just use the edge of my top to stick that down before it. This is all temp, so it gets cool really quick. So once I have it stuck, it's good. I'll put a little bit more right here. Okay. Stick it down. Again, you'd make sure that this meets all the way. I have another one that I cut earlier, and it does meet all the way. Okay. Nice. If you want to embellish it and make it a little bit nicer, what I did was I just took a piece of other remnant ribbon, took a nice little piece and cut it, and then found where I liked it, folded. This is a nice wired ribbon on the bottom, folded on the top. Okay. And then I ran a little bead of glue, stuck it between, sandwiched, so that I ended up with a ribbon with a band. I really like this ribbon, and I can think of somebody specific who would really enjoy it. The issue is that this has a motif that runs sort of lengthwise on the ribbon. So you put it on a jar, it's going to be horizontal. That doesn't look nice. I don't like that. So that's why I made the band. And again, you would just put it around and have this nice band showing. So again, nice bead of glue. I don't even care if that falls over. Don't burn yourself. Wrap it around. I did this one the same way, I just measured it a little bit better. And when you get it around there, use this lid if you like, so you don't have to touch it. Pull it nice and tight together. Okay. Now you're going to take the lid, and I used sort of a coordinating, again, remnant piece of fabric, because you want, this doesn't look very pretty. So I'm going to put this down, just use a Sharpie, and then this will be my guide. Make a nice circle. Everybody has their good fabric scissors, right? And you always find your husband, you know, using them to cut plastic, or your kids using them to cut paper, and then they work just as well as mine right now. Guard them. Okay, so you're going to cut inside the line. You can use craft glue. You don't really need to use expensive glue to put this on the top of the lid, because, you know, it's just a flat piece of fabric. It's nothing, it's not real thick. It's not going to require anything too wonderful. I'm going to really need to sharpen these scissors. They're pretty bad. Somebody's been using them for something bad. Actually, it might have been me. Don't tell anybody. I have no patience. I can't wait to find the right things. I'm just like, just use it! And then I'm mad at myself later. Okay. But I blame them. It's easier. Okay, so you're just going to glue this right on top of there. Right? Usually just use the hot glue because it's there, but you really probably would want to use like a paint-on glue. Get it nice and sturdy. Okay. And you can see that I've already done it here. I also cut out one of the owls. I just cut them out. And then I glued them right in the middle with a couple of leaves. Okay. And then you're going to take and run a bead of glue. You want to run it on the rim here and not on the inside. Why? Because you can see this is depressed, right? So it's not going to get good contact with the lid. So if you put it on this top of the lid instead of inside of here, you know that when it makes contact, it's going to really seal up and hold it. And if you're going to fill your jar with anything, you want that to hold well, because they're going to have to open and close it a lot. And then I like to put something around the edge of the lid so it looks nice. So in this case, I just cut a piece of scrap fabric, and you know, you just run along the top a little bead of glue. Again, don't burn your fingers. Get it on there. The thing I like about hot glue is when you get too much on there, you just pull it off once it gets cold. It's not difficult to clean up. Pop it on there. Finish up the other side. And if you want it to look really nice, I mean, obviously this is pretty rustic, right? But you can fold this little end under a little bit so that when you pop it on there, it won't have a ragged edge. That's completely up to you. I got a little tag, so I'm going to cut it off. There. Okay. Easy peasy. And where the fabric came together, instead of worrying about folding it under, I just put a little jute bow, just a simple tie like you do your shoes, on there. And so when you put this on here, look how cute it is, right? No matter where you look, it looks cute, right? Okay. So here's the important part of this particular project, because it is an affirmation jar. First, get your creative juices flowing. Juices. This juice is a Behringer by Zinfandel. I don't just drink pink wine. I know you're thinking I just drink pink wine, but I don't just drink pink wine. But that's what I have, so that's what I'm drinking tonight. All right. Love the one you're with. Okay, so you want to write things on your strip that are specific to the person that you're making this for. So you might think you're kind, you're a great mom. It'd be great for Mother's Day. If you have a mom who does something special, like you make the best meatloaf or you make the best pancakes, you have a beautiful smile. You can put, you are intelligent. Everybody needs to hear that, right? You are loved. People need to be reminded of that when they're not home with you. You can make this for a wife, a husband, right? You are a great listener. You can make this for teachers. And if you were like a room mom, you could get each of the kids to say something or write something on a slip of paper that you could put in there. That'd be a great gift. Sometimes teachers don't hear enough how great they are. You're a great friend. You could do this for your best friend. All right. But the point is that no matter who you do this for, you want to really put some thought into what you're saying, something that they're going to know you're being real with them. Because again, the whole point of this is to lift somebody's spirits, to lift their day, to help them to feel better about themselves. That's what affirmation is about. You can do this as self-affirmations by filling this jar with things that you need to hear, but you don't always say to yourself every day. So this is a great gift, and it's a great gift for anybody. It's a great gift for yourself. And the thing is that when you're not there, the person has a little piece of you each and every day, anytime they need it. And they can take the pieces out, little slips of paper, they can put them in a little bowl, and then refill them back in. If you go and visit them, you can add more. And just about anything nice that you can say about somebody can go in this jar. And when you give somebody a gift like this, I think they're really going to understand that you think about them a lot, that you think a lot of nice things about them, and that you care about how they feel. So this is an affirmation jar. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make them. They're super easy, and you can do it at any age. You can do it with any kind of pocketbook. So make lots of them and spread the love and drink some wine. And we'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.